Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Akia of LaReine Beauty, and if you are new here, then know that LaReine is a skincare brand focusing on using more natural ingredients to develop simple skincare recipes and routines that will help our clients achieve blemish-free and gorgeous, youthful-looking skin. Today I'll be demonstrating how to make a very effective alcohol-based hand sanitizer. I believe that sanitizers have become one of the most important products in our lives, and it will continue to be even after the current situation that we are all facing is over. So if you're interested in learning this recipe, then please stay tuned. These are the tools that you'll be needing to make this simple product. But before I begin, I'd like to point out some people's obsession with the regular thick jelly sanitizers. That should not be our main criteria for choosing a hand sanitizer, especially when it comes to dealing with organisms that we are currently dealing with. The most important ingredient, which is able to disintegrate the organism, is pure isopropyl alcohol or ethanol. So that's what we should be looking out for, a final product which is not over diluted but maintains at least 60% of pure isopropyl alcohol or ethanol in it. So don't worry at all if your final product doesn't gel up. Now let's move on. Now we start by measuring out 100 grams of aloe vera gel into a beaker. Aloe vera gel has great healing properties, and in this mixture it's going to make sure that our hands are not excessively dried out by the pure isopropyl alcohol that we will be adding. Next, we are going to add a humectant, and in this case we will be using 6 grams of glycerin, which will serve as a protective cover and make sure that our skin retains enough moisture, also to prevent excessive drying. Next, I'm adding 2 grams of a fragrance that I prefer. Mind you, this step is optional. Hand sanitizer is not necessarily a fancy product, so you do not need any amount of fragrance in it. But if it's what you prefer, please do go ahead. However, if using this recipe, you want to opt out of using fragrance, make sure that you add the 2 ml to either the aloe vera or the water to make sure that it adds up to the total yield. Now give it a good stir and make sure that everything is mixed properly before moving on to your next ingredient. Now we add 485 grams of alcohol. In this case, I am using 99.9% pure isopropyl alcohol, so it's really strong, just to make sure that all the other products that we've added will not over dilute it and reduce the amount of alcohol percentage that we retain at the end of the product. Now, using a stick blender, we are going to blend until all the ingredients are well incorporated. Notice how the color of the mixture has suddenly turned white. Don't be alarmed when this happens. It's actually happening because of the kind of fragrance that I used. Some types of fragrances tend to discolor the final products, so you actually need a stabilizer to make sure that it neutralizes it. But in this situation, you don't need to go through all that trouble, because this in no way affects the function or the effectiveness of the hand sanitizer. So you can leave it as it is, and once you allow it to settle for a bit, it's going to reduce back to a more cloudy and more normal color. So in choosing your fragrance, make sure you go for one that does not discolor products, and I'm sure your supplier, if he or she is well knowledgeable in the ingredients that they sell, should be able to help you choose one that will not do that. Now the last step is to add 14 grams of water and then give everything a final stir. So that's the final product. This is how you make your alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Use by squeezing a few pumps into the palm of your hand and then rubbing it in between your fingers and all over your hands. Guys, make sure you stay safe, stay home, and follow all the safety precautions. Bye!